Hey everyone, welcome back to English in the Wild. I'm Sarah, and today we are plugged in online and talking about the future. Mark, how's your digital world treating you today?
Well, Sarah, to be honest, I'm trying to keep my head above water. It feels like every time I wake up, there's a new AI tool or automation platform I need to learn. It's a bit of a learning curve, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. A steep learning curve is the perfect way to describe it. But you know what I've noticed? When tech developers and native speakers talk about using these advanced tools, they don't say, I am utilizing an automated workflow. They use much cooler verbs.
Oh, definitely. We love a good phrasal verb. Instead of building an integration, we talk about hooking things up. For example, I'm hooking up this spreadsheet to my email assistant.
Yes! Or we talk about playing around with a tool. Like, I've been playing around with a new coding assistant this weekend. It makes the technology sound like a playground rather than a chore.
That's a brilliant point, Sarah. It changes the attitude. Another classic phrase when something works perfectly is saying it's seamless. The automation between my calendar and my tasks is completely seamless. It just means smooth, with no glitches.
But what about when things don't go smoothly? Because let's face it, tech loves to break down. When an AI model gives a completely bizarre answer, we don't always say it made an error. What do we say, Mark?
We say it's hallucinating, or it's just going haywire. My script went completely haywire last night and sent 20 emails to the same person.
Oh no, the nightmare scenario. Listeners, if that happens to you, don't panic. You just need to troubleshoot the issue, find the bug, and get it back on track. You know, Mark, we talked about hooking things up, but let's talk about the elephant in the room, AI. Everyone is trying to figure out how to make AI work for them, not against them. How are you using it lately?
Honestly, I've been trying to streamline my whole workflow. Instead of spending hours doing manual data entry or writing repetitive outlines, I use a custom prompt to do the heavy lifting for me. It's an absolute game changer.
Do the heavy lifting? What a fantastic idiom. It just means doing the hardest, most exhausting part of a job. I use AI the same way. I use it to bounce ideas off of when I'm brainstorming a new project. It's like having a creative partner who never gets tired.
Bounce ideas off of. Yes, that means to share an idea with someone, or in this case, an AI, to see what they think or to get feedback. And the best part is, once you build a good workflow, the whole process runs in the background. You just set it and forget it.
Set it and forget it. That's the dream, isn't it? But Mark, I have to ask, don't you worry that relying too much on these automation tools might make our language or our work sound a bit sterile? Like we're losing the human touch?
That's a valid point, Sarah. You can't just copy and paste everything. You have to fine-tune it. Think of the AI as a rough draft. It gives you the raw material, but you have to put your own spin on it to make it authentic.
Spot on. It's about using technology to free up our time so we can focus on the things that actually matter, like recording this podcast. So, Mark, now that we've got our AI assistants doing the heavy lifting, what are we doing with all that extra time? Sitting back and eating chocolates?
I wish. No, usually it means we're diving into the details. When you have a complex project, you have to be able to dig into the data and see what's actually happening under the hood.
Under the hood. I love that one. It's a car metaphor, but we use it for software, websites, and data all the time. It just means looking at how the system works on the inside.
Exactly. And when you're looking at a huge block of information, maybe a giant database or a long report, you don't just stare at it blindly. You want to parse through it to find the key metrics.
Parse through? That's a great verb. It means to analyze a string of information piece by piece so it makes sense. And while you're parsing, you start to spot patterns or trends that help you make decisions.
But what happens when the numbers don't add up? Or when a system you built suddenly stops working? You can't just throw your hands in the air. You have to zero in on the root cause of the issue.
Zero in on. That means to focus all your attention on one specific point, like a laser. We need to zero in on why this script keeps breaking at midnight.
Precisely. Once you zero in on the bug, you fix it, and suddenly the whole system is running smoothly again. It's all about being methodical. You look at the big picture, you dig into the data, and you solve the puzzle.
Oh, Mark, turn off that sound effect before I lose my mind. Between my phone, my laptop, and my smartwatch, I feel like my brain is constantly being hijacked by alerts.
Oh, tell me about it, Sarah. It's what the tech world calls notification fatigue. We are so connected that we're actually disconnecting from reality. Sometimes you just have to go off the grid for a weekend.
Go off the grid. That's such a powerful phrase. It used to mean living without electricity or running water, but nowadays it just means turning off your Wi-Fi, putting your phone on Do Not Disturb, and ignoring your inbox.
Exactly. It's a survival mechanism. If you don't do it, you risk completely burning out. Listeners, if you have too many projects or tasks screaming for your attention at once, you might feel like you're in over your head.
In over your head, meaning a situation has become too difficult for you to handle alone. When I reach that point, I know it's time to unplug. I shut down the computer, step away from the screen, and just go for a walk.
It's all about finding that digital balance. Technology should serve us, not the other way around. If you find yourself mindlessly scrolling through social media or checking your metrics every 5 minutes, that's your sign to take a step back.
Spot on. Next time you feel that digital stress building up, don't be afraid to tell your team, my plate is a bit full today, so I'm going to stay offline for an hour to focus. Set those boundaries. We've talked about fixing bugs and dealing with notification madness, Mark, but let's look at the brighter side of tech, the community. I love how people all over the world build things together, often for free.
The open source world. It's brilliant, isn't it? People sharing their code, their scripts, and their workflows so others can improve them. When you want to contribute to a project like that, you don't just rewrite everything. You pitch in.
Pitch in. That's a classic phrasal verb meaning to help out or contribute to a joint effort. Like, everyone pitched in to help launch the new application.
Exactly. And when you are building on someone else's foundations, a common tech idiom is standing on the shoulders of giants. It means you don't need to reinvent the wheel. You use the amazing tools that are already out there and take them to the next level.
I see that all the time with platforms like GitHub or automation communities. You find a template or a script that someone else created, you tweak it a little bit to fit your specific needs, and boom, you've saved yourself 3 days of work.
Tweak it. Just making those tiny, small adjustments. But, Sarah, when you're collaborating online with people from different countries and cultures, you have to ensure everyone is on the same page. Miscommunications can break a project faster than bad code.
Total truth. That's why clear documentation and comments are so vital. You have to explain your logic clearly so the next person can pick up where you left off.
Pick up where you left off, meaning to continue a task that someone else started. If you can master that kind of clear, collaborative language, you become a massive asset to any global team.
Mark, if I hear the word revolutionary or synergy one more time in a tech presentation, I think my ears are gonna bleed. Why is the industry so obsessed with hype?
Oh, it's a classic symptom of the tech world, Sarah. Everyone wants to pretend their new app is going to change the universe. But as professionals, we have to look past the hype train and see if a tool actually has legs.
Has legs? I love that. It means an idea or a technology has functional, long-term value and can survive after the initial excitement dies down. For instance, automation tools like workflow builders definitely have legs because they solve real problems.
Spot on. When you are looking at software or an infrastructure setup, you don't just care about today, you care about the future. You want to make sure your systems are scalable.
Scalable, meaning it can grow and handle a massive increase in work or data without breaking. And to achieve that, developers try to future-proof their projects.
Exactly. Future-proofing means designing a system or writing code in a way that it won't become obsolete or useless as technology advances. It's about anticipating the next wave.
But let's be real. Sometimes a new tool is just a shiny distraction. It's what we call a fad. If you change your entire database setup every time a new tool trends on GitHub, you're going to spend all your time rewriting code instead of launching products.
Precisely. Don't pull the trigger too early on every trend. Wait, analyze, see if it has legs, ensure it's scalable, and then integrate it seamlessly into your life.
Mark, it's 4:55 p.m. on a Friday. You're about to close your laptop and suddenly, your entire system crashes. The screen goes black. Or worse, you get a massive error code. What's your immediate reaction?
Well, after a deep breath and maybe a quiet mutter under my breath, it's time to go into crisis mode. In tech, we don't say the computer is sad. We say the system is down, as in the server is completely down.
Down. Simple, direct, and universally understood. And if a specific tool or feature just stops responding entirely, we often say it's frozen or lagging. But what about when it's an automation workflow that completely stops working halfway through?
That's when we say the workflow stalled or got stuck in a loop. When you are reporting this to your team, you want to be precise. You don't just say, it's broken. You say, I hit a snag with the automation script.
Hit a snag. That is such a great natural idiom. It means you encountered a minor, unexpected problem or obstacle. So once you hit a snag, how do you fix it?
You have to run a diagnostic or start isolating the variable. You ask yourself, is it a network issue or is there a bug in the code? You roll up your sleeves and you troubleshoot until you find the culprit.
And if you try everything and nothing works, the golden rule of tech support is always, have you tried turning it off and on again?
The classic reboot. It fixes about 80% of all tech problems, doesn't it? But once it is fixed, you tell your team, we are back up and running.
Back up and running. The most beautiful words in the English language after a tech crisis. It means the issue is resolved and everything is functioning perfectly again.
Well, Sarah, we've parsed through the data, we've fine-tuned our workflows, and we even survived a Friday afternoon system crash. I'd say our digital infrastructure is looking pretty solid.
Absolutely, Mark. We've covered a massive amount of ground today. Everything from hooking up systems and letting AI do the heavy lifting to setting boundaries when notification fatigue hits.
It just goes to show that tech English doesn't have to sound like a cold, robotic instruction manual. It's vibrant, it's metaphorical, and it's deeply collaborative.
Exactly! So listeners, here is your challenge of the week. The next time you are experimenting with a new software application, writing a script, or setting up a tool, don't just say, I am testing it. Tell a colleague or drop a comment saying, I've been playing around with this new tool.
Or if you run into an unexpected issue with a spreadsheet or a workflow, practice saying, I hit a small snag. It's a tiny linguistic tweak, but it completely changes how natural you sound to a global team.
And if you want to keep pushing your boundaries and expanding your real-world vocabulary, make sure you don't miss a single